You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
Welcome to Sex Pot Radio, everyone. It's Tuesday night.
It's Inappropriate Touch Tuesday.
Did
you know that?
Touch? I have not been touched inappropriately. What the fuck is wrong with this day?
It's Inappropriate Touch Somebody Else Tuesday. So it's pretty sweet. So it's not Inappropriate Touch Yourself Tuesday.
I'm somebody else.
For those playing the home.
Right? Oh. Jesus. Okay.
Does that count?
Not really. That was kind of appropriate for the situation. So no.
All right then.
Okay.
We can go there.
It's about
Sex Pot
turn
Radio.
into Sex Pot Radio X.
Don't fuck with me.
What the hell?
So it not that this isn't an obvious statement, but it just occurred to me that given that it's Inappropriate Touch Tuesday every week, and Sex Pot Radio is on Tuesday every week, I guess that there needs to be some inappropriate touching happening all the time.
Should we get a video camera and run around Denver touching people inappropriately?
If we can find a lawyer to help defend any lawsuits that may incur.
Warren.
Help us, please, sir.
I want to touch people inappropriately and get away with it. Will you help me?
For the love of God.
If I carry a sign that says I'm going to touch you inappropriately, does that cover me?
Well, it should. If you're literate and can read, and you come walking up to me, and I read your sign, and I look at you, and I don't say, please don't, then, fuck, I mean, come on.
Right? I should just get a shirt that says I may touch you inappropriately.
But so how would you touch somebody inappropriately? What would you do?
I don't know.
Would you just go up and grab someone's wiener or what?
I'd be grabbing boobs. It's kind of weird to just walk up to dudes and grab their wieners, but I would totally grab boobs.
Well, it's not really that weird, as I'm sure, as much as it is just the guy would probably want a lot more follow through.
Right? Yeah.
You started me up, finished me off.
Right?
Blue balls suck.
Dude. You know? Right? Yeah.
I gotta say, I had that bullshit the other day, and it was thoroughly unpleasant.
I have to say this was not my fault. Well, it was.
I got to the haunted house, and a little bit of exercise cleared that shit right up. So
kind of exercise.
Just moving around, walking around.
Awesome.
Cardio.
So you do know that, guys get blue balls, but women get kind of an equivalent to that.
Really?
Yeah, we kind of, if we're...
Is that what a blue waffle is?
No, that is
Sorry, I know that's not what a blue waffle is, but it just seemed appropriate.
But if women get overly aroused to the point where they almost reach orgasm,
right,
and they don't quite get there, things are swollen, and it just hurts for a while.
Right.
It sucks. So, yeah.
Is that a vagigraine?
A vagigraine.
I have a vagigraine.
It's like having sand in your vagina.
Right? My vagina has a migraine. So it's
not. It is not pleasant.
Nothing about a vagigraine sounds pleasant. Is there a repository for that?
There's a finger. Just take care of it. Finish it off. I don't know.
So if I get the word "repository" tattooed on my middle finger, would that be
you could sweet? Insert a repository.
Girls would be all, what the fuck is a repository? I'd be all, are you having a bad day? She's all, yeah. I'd be all, lay down, spread your legs, I'll show you what a repository is. I need about 5 minutes with your vagina, and we will
not even 5 minutes.
Well, no, exactly, but I'm just, you need time to cover. If it happens in 30 seconds, you're good. I may still want 5 minutes with your vagina.
But if a girl's at that point and you're not.
And she's out and about, she's got some fucked up issues.
Well, no, but if a girl is at that point and you haven't, she's almost there, but she's just not quite there. 2 seconds with a I can't even say it.
What were we calling it?
Repository.
A repository.
Yes.
So, is this a common thing for women to have this problem while they're out and about, or?
Not while they're out and about.
Okay,
like,
so it's not likely that you're going to run into a woman that's like, fuck, my vagina is in need right now, please.
Right?
God, somebody, does anybody have a repository, please? Anybody? Anybody? No? Fuck, all right.
Start marketing repositories.
Just repository tattoos, you know? Like, it could just
Right?
start at the knuckle and go all the way up. You know?
Right?
Just be, oh, what's that? You'll see. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm down with this. I'm
Right on.
down with repositories.
If nothing else, we could start it off just experimental with middle finger tattoos.
Right.
Temporary tattoos.
Right.
You know, and it could just be some bullshit that you put on there, and it's just all whoop.
Just
And we
whoop.
could test it out. But you probably don't want to put a temporary tattooed finger into a vagina.
No.
So, temporary tattoos, not such a
Are
good idea all of a
not.
sudden.
No.
So maybe we'll scrap that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temporary tattoos are just kind of
Dumb.
a waste of time.
Well, no, it just depends. Like, if you get
Well,
a
right,
temporary
right.
tattoo of something that you're
That you
interested in
want.
for real,
And you wear it around for a while. Yeah.
and you could be like, oh, this was a dumb fucking idea. Why did I do this?
Because I've drawn on tattoos that I want before and, like, just kind of felt it out for a while. And then been like, nah, no.
Right.
And some of them, the stencil's still hanging there and I still need to finish it. You know, it's just, that's how it is.
I have a tattoo that still needs finished.
I know.
Some planets.
I have
Know
some
any good
tattoos.
tattoo artists?
I don't.
Wink, wink.
I have tattoos that need to be finished too. Like, I have a customer that keeps coming into the shop and asking me if I'm going to color in my tattoos. I keep telling him no. He told me that they look better with color. I told him I don't give a shit. In that many words, too.
Good. Fucker.
It's like, I'll get them colored in when you fucking pay for it. I don't know. You know? It's just one of those. Yeah.
So back to the
Anyway,
repository thing.
repositories.
So back to the, I mean, is this a common thing for women? It's like blue. What do you call that?
I don't-
Like, dudes can say blue balls.
Dude, I'm
It's
not
like,
sure what you would call it. Like, it's called You Ain't Finished Yet.
No shit. No shit. So, when you ain't finished yet, how do you solve it? I know how it's solved, but how do you solve it?
Right. Well, sometimes you just get over it. Like,
Is it an issue that you can take care of yourself, kind of is what I'm getting at?
it is sometimes, but it depends on if your fingers are long enough or, you know, if you have the energy for that anymore. Sometimes we just don't have the energy for it anymore.
See, now that I can understand. The rest of it, it's like, it seems like something, just in case nobody's around, that you should have some kind of tool to be prepared.
Right. But sometimes, I don't know. Like, sometimes the tools aren't even the right thing for the job. Like, you know?
My chair is squeaky. It's
Why
like
is
the
your chair
farting shit.
squeaky?
Listen.
That's why this room stinks. The chair keeps farting.
It'd be cool if I could fart that long. But that's a different subject.
Would not be cool.
It would be cool.
Eat at Taco Bell.
Of course
Gross.
it's not cool for you. It's a dude thing. Which is kind of a sexist thing to say. That's
Farts
really
make
unfair.
me laugh.
Farts make me laugh
I don't want to
too.
fart that long though.
It's funny when a girl burps. It's not as funny when a girl farts. Why is that?
I don't know, because girls aren't supposed to fart. Like,
Because girls are sexy.
right. They whisper in their panties. No, dude, I
Right,
farted
girls don't
the
fart,
other
they
day.
whisper.
Wait. No, I'm
They're
gonna
fine.
say this right on the radio. I farted the other day and I felt so goddamn bad because it stunk. Like,
It was sweet too because she was like, "Oh, I gotta fart," and I'm like, "Fuck, finally!" You know, like I've been waiting years for this, and it's like, I can't even mock it.
It was a very small
like
fart.
a quarter of a second in length, and it wasn't like a or nothing like that. It was just a flap, just like just the quietest little, you know.
It was
That was
fucking
it, like just
gross.
a quiet slap, just
Like, I
small.
was so tired and it was so
Awesome.
bad. Like, I just wanted to get up out of bed and leave the room.
All right, so
So yeah,
for
girls
about
fart.
45 seconds now, we've talked about a fart. Awesome.
I know. That's great, dude. Like,
Sometimes these things need to be talked about because it's something that we all experience.
right.
and it just needs to be dealt with. And why it's still funny, no matter how old I get, is beyond me. But I'm sorry, it's just fucking funny.
Farts are funny. Like, even if you have kids and like your kid's in a bad mood or crying, just rip out a fart joke. Like,
Right.
everybody thinks farts are funny.
Dick and fart jokes.
And if you
always
don't,
funny.
you're an asshole.
Do assholes not like dick jokes?
No.
I think there's a joke in there somewhere. All the material's there. Run with it.
No.
Listen to imagination time.
Right? Send us your best dick and asshole jokes.
That could be dangerous.
I want our listeners to send me a bunch of jokes. I think it'd be
Dick
fun.
and asshole jokes or dick and fart jokes?
Dick and fart jokes, asshole jokes. I don't care. Send me a joke. Make me laugh.
Send them to where?
They can either send them to me on Facebook or sexpotradio420@gmail.com. Yep.
Well, all right.
I'm gonna get my email flooded again with boob pictures.
Nothing wrong with
Yes!
that. Boobies are lovely.
Yes, ladies, I don't mind boob pictures.
Hooray for boobies.
Keep them coming. I get so many. I get at least 6 a week.
Well, are
That's
this random
12
boobies or do
boobs.
girls send you pictures
Girls
of
send
their
me
boobies?
their boobs.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Nice.
Like, my email's great. My Facebook is great. Like, I try to get stuff done during the day when I'm on Facebook. Like, sometimes I'm actually trying to do stuff on there and I get sidetracked by boobs.
That's so awesome.
It is. Like,
You're really quite the quality woman, you know?
I just get sidetracked by boobs. What can I
Right,
say?
like,
Like,
guys get sidetracked by boobs all the time, so it's refreshing.
I'm
when
like, here, look at
females
these
do too.
boobs. Like,
Like, I'm trying to work. Oh, hey, look. Whoa, nice.
boobs. Oh, there's a booty. But yeah, so anyway, tonight on the show, K-Sass is supposed to be on her way.
Look forward to that.
She's going to talk about the Colorado project a little bit.
Which is this weekend, and I'm really sad. I mean, I'm really glad that I'm working the haunted house project that we're working on.
But we're missing some things.
But missing the Colorado project glass thing that's twice now.
I know.
Both for
Awesome
like
things.
fire burners-ish related things. First time we missed it for Apogea.
It's always for fun, awesome things, but, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. It is what it is. We'll get there. It will happen.
Right.
If they keep building it, eventually we will come.
Maybe we can figure something out.
Right.
You never
So
know.
anyway, she will be here today. We're going to talk about a few of the Halloween events that are coming up.
Well, now last time she was on the show, what happened?
I tied her up. I forgot my rope today because I was trying to hurry to come have
Oh.
sushi with you.
But that
And
was
I
a
was
nice line.
still late. I
Yeah.
tried.
But it was still fun.
It was
So
fun.
it was still neat. So you
yeah.
tied her up. Mm-hmm. Nice.
I did. It was great fun. Good
always-
times.
Nice when two adult women can consensually tie one another
Tie each other up
It's
on video.
quite splendid.
It's always fun, yeah. Yeah,
So-
for sure. So what else? What else is coming up this week? Do you know? We have our haunted house.
My buddy Skip, it's his birthday
It's his birthday.
this week. So, Skip, fuck you.
Happy birthday and fuck
happy
you.
birthday. Happy birthday and fuck you. You can only say that to family, though. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. For sure.
But, see, we got some haunted house action. So, if you're in the Denver metro area, or even in the Denver area at all, it doesn't even have to be the metro area, and you feel like getting scared.
If you're in Colorado and you're within at least a 3-mile radius, I expect to see you there.
And if a haunted house built, constructed, dreamed up, thought up, constructed, put on, performed by, and all that jazz by fire performers, come on out. It's the Circus of Fear 3D. Mwah-ah-ah.
You know, the Circus of Fear only happened because some stoners got high.
Most likely.
No, it was.
Some
I've
stoner
heard the
circus
story.
freaks.
They were sitting around. They were super baked.
Well,
and somebody
absolutely.
said, hey, let's build a haunted house in the backyard. So it became a haunted house in the backyard.
A 22-minute haunted house in the backyard.
And
It was a
just
large
getting
backyard.
Bigger and bigger.
But now it's
awesomer,
in a 100-foot by 40-foot giant circus tent.
Right.
And it is super phenomenal. In 3D. Denver's only one as far as I know. It's been going on now for a few years. It's badass shit.
This is the 3rd year.
And
the 5th time that it's been set up, though.
so,
Right? Yeah.
like, this studio used to be a porn facility.
Yes.
Like, porn was filmed here.
Right here where we're sitting.
Many a money shots have been
All over this room.
I'm sure it's been painted and scrubbed, but it doesn't matter. The essence is still here. So the point is,
Maybe that's the smell. It's like haunted sex.
so at the circus, I can't guarantee that sex hasn't happened there too. So I just got to throw that out there because this is Sexpot Radio. It's kind of like a little confessional.
Sex at the circus.
There may have been some sex at the circus. So you never know.
Who would have
So,
sex in a haunted house?
Crazy people.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely crazy people.
Totally crazy people.
So I don't know. That's a good question, though. Who would have sex in a haunted house? What kind of person would it take to have sex in a haunted house?
Total nut job.
Especially a psycho circus haunted house.
Right? With clowns running around.
And a monkey. There's a fucking
And a
monkey. There's a monkey that's
huge
lost.
Pink
A
monkey.
huge purple or pink gorilla.
It's pink.
And,
If it was purple, I'd be in the gorilla suit. Like,
oh, shit.
but yeah, y'all can come see us.
Anyways, it's on
I'll be
Santa
at
Fe,
the
1
ticket
block north of
booth.
Evans. I don't know what city that is. Denver.
It is
know,
Denver-ish, sort of.
I don't know.
Anyway, so we will be back up and running on Friday the 19th from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock p.m.
And it is very psychedelic, colorful, fun-filled.
Yes.
So I don't want to promote anything in particular, but I did want to throw those particular things
Right.
out there. Yeah.
And if you have kids, you can come down and join us on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
where we have
large
the fun house.
Jumpy castle rides, too.
Yeah, we have inflatable jumpy things.
But you don't even have to
and
be a kid. You can be an adult.
a bouncy trampoline. They're all made for adults and children.
So, yeah, you can come out, jump on that shit. How many motherfuckers out there want to jump in a jumpy castle? Like, seriously, when was the last time you drove by that stuff and said, damn it, one day I want to do that. I want to jump through that obstacle course. I want to go down that 20-foot inflatable slide.
At least once a week, we say that we want a ball pit in our living room.
Fuck yeah.
Like, we can't be the only ones.
Absolutely. So, and this is all available fairly cheap.
It's $15
for the haunted house, right?
For the haunted house, yeah.
And then there's $5
there's
off
other
coupons out there.
Yes, there are.
So-
if you come down to Mad Hatter Smoke Shop, we are handing out $5 coupons. And if you bring that coupon back to us with my initials on the back of it, you get 25% off
Of what?
of anything you want in the store. Except for Hetties and Volcanoes.
What do you guys have in the store?
We have glass. We have a lot of glass.
So, like, plates and shit?
No. We
Like
have
glasses and shit?
Well, we have titanium plates. We have a wide variety of Sheldon Black, Joel Halen, Treehouse.
Oh, nice. This tobacco-related?
Tobacco-related products
tobacco
for
pipes
your
and stuff?
smoking pleasure. But no crack pipes, says so on the door. And we don't want a new name for it either.
Right.
I had a gentleman come in the other day that said, do you have one of those bubble pipes? And I looked at him and I said, no, I don't. He's like, an incense burner? I said, no, sir, we don't carry those here. And he's like, well, I just don't know what to call it. And I said, I don't care what you call it. I don't have it.
Like, look, dude, if you want to smoke meth, you have to go to another store and
Down
buy
the street.
something else.
Go get you your glass rose incense burner bubble pipe Brillo.
Again, I can't stress enough. I
Stuffing.
think that we should go to Bath and Body Works and scoop up some of the genuine bath salts, not whatever the fuck.
People are trying to
whatever,
smoke.
but like genuine bath salts that you take and you
mainline.
throw in your bathtub and does your body good, not the shit that you whatever you do with it, and sell that at the store. Again, and
Body
people will buy it. Do you have
Splash.
bath salts? Yes, we do actually. We have lavender, we have bubble baths, and we have blubbity blah. And they're like, "Is that the stuff? It's bath salt. You can buy it." And let stupid sort itself out.
Right?
You know, simply put.
Sure. You know?
So if people want to buy something called bath salt, I don't know what the fuck it is. Just like glass cleaner. Yo, you got glass cleaner? Yeah,
when they started the whole, like, when the whole zombie thing happened with bath salts, they started, like, coming in looking for glass cleaner. And, like, we didn't know what they were talking about. And we sell Grunge Off, which is a Sheldon Black glass cleaner. Made specifically for cleaning glass. And so that's what we thought people were looking for. And it's an all natural, organic, non-abrasive glass cleaner. So that is how we sell it. And people came in and were like, yeah, this is all organic. There's no salt in it or anything. And they're like, oh, that's awesome. How am I supposed to smoke this? Oh, I sold 8 bottles today. Just clicked that. Hey, y'all are trying to smoke this shit. So
I can just picture some dumb motherfucker going back home with this bottle of liquid going, how the fuck am I supposed to? Do I drink it? Smells
like
right.
orange.
Says do not drink on the side. Well, that's okay.
Maybe
I dry it out.
She said it was all natural. It's gotta be okay. Oh my god, dude.
Again, that's just
stupid sorting itself out.
Yeah. Like, it's a survival of the fittest thing. You know, you can't coddle everybody.
I mean, before they were calling it bath salts, they were calling it plant food. We were sending them to the grocery store down the street. And no. Stop coming in and trying to buy drugs that aren't drugs from us, okay? And don't buy other drugs from us either, because we don't have any.
Have we figured out yet what bath salts are?
I am not sure. I was told by a gentleman that came into the shop one day who actually is a chemistry student that it's like a combination of like antifreeze and rat poison.
Yeah, but that just sounds like some bullshit that people say.
Right.
Powderized antifreeze.
So I don't know. Like, I really don't know what it's in it. I think it's some of the chemical makeup of it may be similar to antifreeze.
Oh, that could be.
You know.
But yeah, I'm sure it's not like someone was like, dude, I'm really high. I got an idea. Let's go play under the sink. Okay, grab some of that, grab some of that, grab some of that. We'll mix it all together.
Well, dude, how did people figure out how to make meth out of like Sudafed and anhydrous and like whatever the fuck else is in there?
I'm sure
why do you go to your garage and like just mix shit up?
Chemists figured that shit out.
Why did they even try that? Like, I'm thinking that if we mix this fertilizer with some battery acid and a little bit of the shit off the end of a match, that we can smoke that shit and be alright. Like, who's the first person that tries it? Hey man, I made this stuff yesterday in the lab, in the garage, and I would like you to put it in this pipe and smoke it.
But technically...
And I want to see how it turns out.
Technically, if you're a chemist, you would know these things. You'd be able to scientifically...
If you're a chemist, you would know that you should not smoke that shit. Like, you know it's not good for you.
Well, but, you know, gambling's not good for you. There's a lot of things that aren't good for you.
Gambling's not going to kill you unless you owe money and don't pay it.
Wait, there you go. I mean...
But, you know...
Vinny, you know...
I don't know, man.
Vinny the Guido, he comes out of the fucking back and he's like, you didn't fucking pay the fucking guy, I'll fucking break your fucking legs, you goddamn stoolie, I'll kill you.
I just, you know...
You know, this shit could be bad, I don't know.
And it's like, okay, this is a plant. I'm going to try to smoke this plant. Oh, maybe I should smoke some anhydrous ammonia.
Well, who thought of fucking smoking weed first?
I don't know.
You know, it's like, damn, that dandelion just didn't cut it. Try that next one.
Maybe somebody ate the bud first.
Possible.
And they're like, ooh, sweet. What happens if I smoke it? Because you can smoke all kinds of herbs. And they actually do things for you, but... Right. I said do. Sorry. But yeah. You know, I mean, you can smoke all kinds of different things. And they do different things for your body, but
not glass cleaner.
Not glass cleaner. Glass cleaner is not good for you. Or
hash is a wonderful thing to smoke. I'd like to put that out there.
Hash is a great thing to smoke.
Especially in Colorado right now. If you're a Colorado medical marijuana patient, you're in a good place.
I was kind of frustrated and cursing you today when I was cleaning.
Why?
Because I'm like scrubbing the counter. I'm like, why the fuck am I scrubbing hash off the counter? I don't even get to smoke this. Why am I scrubbing this off my fucking kitchen counter?
Why'd you scrub it? All you gotta do is dump us.
Well, I use alcohol. I use rubbing alcohol. It doesn't matter. It only took me 2 seconds to clean it. but it was still there.
2 seconds.
It was still there. I had to go get alcohol because I didn't want to use the bottle. I went and got alcohol wipes and I wiped it up, but still, it was hash on the counter. Just saying.
It was a hash in counter?
On counter.
On counter.
On counter. It was a hash on counter.
Hash on counter.
I had a hash encounter of the third kind today.
Of the 710 kind.
The 710 kind, yes. Yes, I did. And it's always like the same, like 2 rings. Like it's a Joel Halen ring and a Swagger ring. Like, you know?
Yep.
And sometimes a square.
And there's fixing to be another Swagger rig, or another
Ring?
Swagger ring tonight,
Okay.
because the rig's pretty dirty. It's small, it gets
It needs to be clean.
dirty pretty quick.
It's all good. I'm down with that.
So,
It was just one of those moments where I just like really wanted to get high and I was like scrubbing hash off the counter.
well, really, we could get the
Could put down a paper
some
towel.
kind of mat.
You just
or
put down a
something.
paper towel and set it on.
You know,
there.
when we were little kids, remember you used to buy, like, I remember my parents had all these cool placemats when I was a kid, you know, you had these little kid placemats too.
Right.
Like, we need one
The
of those.
maps and shit.
Yeah, fuck that
Yeah.
sweet shit. Whatever happened to that cool shit?
They still have them at Kmart, I think. Actually, wow, that was awesome.
That wasn't bad. I should have done that a little closer.
Right into the microphone.
So,
That's awesome.
you know, it's another thing too,
So
is in the
anyway.
stores when women have the feety pajamas available to them now.
Yes.
Which is excellent, except, you know, like, dudes want that shit too. You know, like, we don't always need to be tough or thugging it or looking good or
I love
whatever.
that you want footed pajamas and bunny slippers.
Dude, I've wanted bunny slippers ever since I was a kid because of Garfield comics.
right.
You know, like, dude, it's the bunny slippers. John Arbuckle would always
They're
come down in the
awesome.
bunny slippers. You know, bunny slippers are a very common thing in cartoons.
Yes.
But they're not a common thing in real life. Like, really, I've
'Cause
looked for
it's
bunny
not a
slippers for years.
Cartoon.
Well, yeah, but you'd think that somewhere somebody would go, you know, hey, there's a whole lot of fucking bunny slippers in cartoons, you know,
Right.
in my life, but not in real life. So why don't we fucking make some?
Nothing sexier than bunny slippers.
I don't know about that, but, but still, it's the whole...
Right. It's the inner child.
Right, I mean, I had a pair
Really?
of Gumby slippers for a while. Fucking Gumby slippers.
Awesome.
You jam your foot in Gumby's belly, and he walks around with you on your foot.
Looking up at you.
Looking up
Why
at
are
you.
you stepping on me?
Twice. You know, so why can't there be some fucking bunny slippers out there? When is somebody gonna make some feety pajamas for dudes?
Do I need
You
to
know.
like sew you some bunny slippers? I bet I could do this. Like I just get you super big pink slippers, fuzzy slippers,
I don't
put some
want-
bunny ears and some faces on them.
I don't want pink bunny
They're always
slippers.
pink.
I know, but I still
You're getting pink. If you want to go all cartoon nostalgic, you're getting pink fucking bunny slippers, okay?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but whatever. Slippers
make
are not
yours
meant to be.
blue.
It doesn't even matter.
Okay,
Like,
anyway.
really, they could be black bunny slippers. That would be pretty cool.
Okay. I'm gonna make them look like Donnie Darko bunny. Like,
That would be
that'd be
fucking cool.
awesome.
We can market and sell those.
Dude,
fucking
I would buy a
awesomely.
pair of those.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, some Jenny Kush brand fucking Donnie
Donnie
Darko
Darko bunny slippers, handmade by Jenny Kush.
That'd be pretty sweet. Right,
Available
so
by
nice people there,
Christmas. I might get them shipped out to you by New Year's.
Right?
All right, so other things coming up this weekend. This weekend is the Victorian Erotica Ball.
Yep.
I really want to go to this, but it may not be in the cards for me. That's Saturday, October 20th, at Diamond Cabaret. There's like 3 other venues too, I believe.
Right.
Can't remember where all those are. Starts at 9:00 p.m. till 4:00 a.m.
See, so we could always go 11 or 12.
Right.
It'd be fine.
12-ish.
I'm sure.
We get done at the haunted house it's done at midnight that night.
Okay.
So it'll be like 12:30. Tickets for that are $39 for women, $69 for men.
Which is good, because we want more chicks there.
Right?
Like a bunch of dudes and a couple of chicks. Might be accurate for the time, you know, in Victorian
Right.
times. Who knows?
Could be.
Maybe
but,
chicks are
yeah.
into that shit, but It's a whole lot cooler on Halloween when the females are around.
Right?
'Cause women dress awfully sexy. Just had to put that out there.
I love Halloween.
If people aren't aware of that, then they just don't get out much.
Right.
I got a buddy who's kind of not necessarily anti-Halloween, but while we're talking about it, I just want to throw out that I'm getting kind of tired of people. Well, I've been tired of people for a long time that are like, "You're too old for trick-or-treating." Oh, yeah? Where and when the fuck were rules wrote about Halloween and trick-or-treating? Like, "Oh, you're 12 years old. You're too old for trick-or-treating." Oh, yeah? Motherfuckers are passing out free food
Right?
in neighborhoods. Passing out free food.
I'm still a minor.
Your neighbors. Who gives a shit how old you are? But, okay, then let's take it to that. So, if it's not okay to give it to an adult, why is it okay to give it to kids? Like, here. Like, okay, let's take it a step further. Fuck. If this is such a Christian nation, then what? It's okay for... And this is dumb. I don't even want to get on this because fuck Christians. No offense.
Don't.
You know, like, not fuck Christians,
We're
but
not going
fuck the
there.
belief system. You know, it's a controlled belief system. It's dumb. Like, whatever. But
Right.
it's okay for little children to dress up as demons and ghouls and goblins and go around and collect candy from strangers.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not okay for grown-ups to do it.
And why is it okay for strangers to hand out candy on Halloween, but
Not any other day of the week.
any other day of the week?
Right, like, here, little boy, you want some candy? Oh, you're a fucking freak. But if you do it on Halloween, it's okay.
Don't take candy from strangers, but go knock on their doors and ask for it.
Absolutely. You know, that's...
Who made up those rules?
Right?
Like, that's weird.
So,
I don't know, but it's still fun because I like candy from strangers. So,
right. You know, who doesn't?
right. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, I've always liked Halloween a lot. And when I was probably, I want to say like 11 maybe, my mom told me that I couldn't go trick-or-treating anymore. So I like just tell her that I was going to go hang out with my friends. And I would dress up for Halloween and we go trick-or-treat anyway.
I still dress up. And I'll still
dress up,
sometimes try to go trick-or-treating. Because why not? You know, if it's 8 o'clock and you see that there aren't many kids out, but there's a lot of lights on, fuck it. You know, my theory...
Maybe we should start our own form of trick-or-treating where, like, a bunch of the people in the Denver area that we know, like, different people within the industry, like, it's not really trick-or-treating, but it's hash hits and shots. Like, you know? Go knock on your friends' doors and be like, trick-or-treat,
Yeah,
give me a hash hit.
But it's not like a neighborly thing, you know? There's not
Right?
not a neighborhood you can go to where all your friends live.
Let's make all of our friends rent motel rooms and go through the halls in the motel trick-or-treating.
That's actually kind of a cool
That'd be
idea.
so much fun.
That's actually a really fucking cool idea. That would...
so awesome.
You'd have to be richy rich, though, and just rent it all out and then have people
Just like
come
a
out.
cheap freaking motel, like, you know, across the street from Mad Hatter, like $39.99.
Shit. You go to the wrong door and you'd be all... Yo, trick or treat. And somebody open the door. What, motherfucker?
He handed a couple of rocks and a crack pipe.
Right? A couple of hollow points and shit, you know.
Damn, like, rent out the whole hotel. Like,
But people live there.
well, you know what I mean, though, you know?
I feel you. I feel you.
Maybe we should just start raising money right now and we can just, like, do this next year for Halloween.
Right? There's a lot of things that are going to happen next year if there is a next year,
Right?
you know, which is something that nobody's talking about. Well, what is there to talk about? You know, at this point, you know, the world could end in almost fucking 2
I don't
months.
think it's gonna end in the sense of ending.
No way.
Like,
Not
that
likely.
isn't, we're not just gonna, like,
If it ends,
Be
it's
gone.
because our dumbass
and
president
for real,
does
if
something
it
stupid.
ends, what the fuck are we gonna do about it anyway?
Not a damn thing.
I mean, if we go out like the dinosaurs or some shit, like, we're just gonna go out, like, you know?
Right.
What you gonna, like, do you want to be the only one here? Like, you know? I would go crazy by myself.
Right.
So, some other things coming up. The Haunted Hotel Halloween. Speaking of renting out whole hotels, at the Hyatt. That's actually October 27th, so the following weekend from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. And I will post links to these parties in the Sexpot Radio group.
Good.
Because my internet's failing right now. But anyway, so, yeah.
The interwebs.
The interwebs are making me angry.
It happens.
There's another event that I'm going to miss this weekend.
What's that?
The zombie crawl.
Oh, why are you going to miss it?
Because it's on Saturday. I work, and then I go to the haunted house, and I work somewhere.
Oh.
So, yeah, on October 20th at Skyline Park. Do you know where that's at? Like, it's down by 6th Street Mall.
Yeah, it's the one with I don't know.
Like, I've been there before, but I had people drive me there, so I don't
Is that the one with the
at.
clock tower?
I believe so. Like, we
16th
had an
Street?
event there at one
I'm pretty
point.
sure that's
like,
the one. What about it? That's for the zombie?
That is where the zombie crawl began.
Nice.
At 2:00 p.m., Denver will be holding the largest zombie gathering in the history at Skyline Park. So,
In the history?
I guess that's what it says. In history. Sorry, not in the history. In history. Grammar. It's all good. So anyway, the event is free. They just ask that you bring canned food items to donate to the Rocky Mountain Food Bank.
Cool.
At 11:00 a.m., there's an organ trail. So basically like a scavenger hunt. Gross scavenger hunt.
Nice. You gotta go to like the store.
Organ trail. You can go find organs like
chicken
livers
livers
and kidneys and stuff.
Gross.
And then at 12:00, there's makeup and costume help. So if you don't have any awesome zombie costume ideas, they'll help you out with that.
Cool.
Splatter some blood all over you, make you kind of gross. You know.
Right on.
And then the zombie crawl starts. And there's a few other things like the zombie crawl parade down 16th Street Mall. Like, zombies are just going to take over downtown.
Right on.
It's going to be awesome. And you can find information on that on iheartbrains.com.
Very nice.
All spelled out. That's an awesome website. I kind of wish I had it. I don't know what I would do with it. It wouldn't be as awesome as what they're doing. So, you know. But anyway,
so I wonder where K-Sass is. Let's see if we
I'm-
can go to a commercial or something
and see if she's
maybe
here.
if we can try to find her.
I know.
See what happened.
All right, so we will be back after we go to commercial.
Yeah.
I see people walking around. I don't.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be right back.
That Mad Hatter Smoke Shop has everything from space glass to butane and butane accessories, I tell you what. Located at 6091 West Colfax in Lakewood, and now at 2615 Walnut Street in Denver. Ah! God damn it, Reclaim, put your pants back.
The law offices of Edson Maiden and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
Are you a medical marijuana patient or interested in finding out how to become one? Contact Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. Conveniently located on Hamden and Tamarack in the Whole Foods parking lot behind Proof of the Pudding. Mile High Wellness offers a wide variety of edibles, hashes, and some of Colorado's top strains. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. 3525 South Tamarack, Suite 110, on the corner of Hamden and Tamarack. 720-382-8516. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern.
California's Attorney General has determined that the Repeal Cannabis Prohibition Act will save hundreds of millions of dollars from our overburdened justice system while creating hundreds of millions in new tax revenues from new sustainable jobs and industries that are friendly to our environment. But we can't do it without your help. We are seeking your donations to get on the ballot. Please go to repealcannabisprohibition.org to learn more about how you can help. It's time to end the war on cannabis and hemp in California. It's time to end the madness. Paid for by Sensible Californians Incorporated.
Hi, I'm Josh Stanley.
And I'm Jesse Stanley.
Two of the brothers here from National Geographic's American Weed, and we'd like to invite you to come into our dispensaries in Colorado Springs. Come in for the most pure organic strain selection in Colorado. It's all hand-grown by the Stanley brothers, especially for our patients. So come in and visit us at our two locations, East Platte and West Colorado. And remember,
Always be kind to each other.
are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization?
Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com. Let's face it, rules and regulations are complicated, especially in the field of medical marijuana. Let Medical Marijuana 101 help you get through the compliance process. We can also explain to you your employment requirements, your employees, and your business. But our work doesn't stop there. Our experience in cultivation ranges from the design of grow rooms to the diagnosis and resolution of grow problems. Visit us at www.medicalmarijuana101.com or call 303-388-7706. That's 303-388-7706.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
Yeah, welcome back.
We're back. I don't know what you were trying to say to me.
What I was trying to say to you was that your tits look very nice in the dress on the camera and in real life. But as I look at the screen, it's like, boobies.
Getting sidetracked by boobs.
I love boobies.
I like boobs.
And so I just was trying to tell you that.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now I'm sharing it with you.
Now everyone knows.
Else. Everybody knew that from when they saw it. They're just like, damn, bitch, take that shit off.
Whatever.
Take it off, baby.
That is Sexpot Radio X.
Yeah.
That's $29.99 a month.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be $29.95 a show.
Or $7.10 a week. I don't know.
That's pretty cheap, man. You better do some freaky shit.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, now I'm sidetracked by boobs. I'm trying to find them. So anyway, I don't know. There's some things that we can talk about. I actually found a couple of news stories, some sex news stories today that I found kind of hilarious.
Well, let's hear them.
So, let me see here. I'll find this. So, a married couple in Florida was engaged in a three-way a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And they had invited a 24-year-old female friend over. And the wife fell asleep and woke up to her husband having sex by himself with the other girl.
Well, the bitch shouldn't have fell asleep. Right. You show up to an orgy and you fall asleep. Can't get mad when the other people fuck without you. But anyways, go on.
It says that they had all been having sex before they all fell asleep. And apparently the two woke up and were getting it on.
Okay. So
go
on,
anyway,
what happened?
Police say that when Mindy woke up, she discovered her husband having sex with the other woman, this time without her. So she was running around the house screaming that she was going to shoot her friend. So her friend in turn called the police, and by the time it all ended, the man had gotten tased and the whole SWAT team had gotten called out, and they were held up in the house for a couple of hours.
Wow.
All because dude wanted to get it on a little bit more.
Not so much because dude wanted to get
and
it on.
And the chick went crazy.
Because the girlfriend or the wife or whatever flipped the fuck out. It's like, hey. You bring somebody else over, don't get too upset. Especially not enough to get the dude tased and the SWAT team. Right. Because dude wakes up, gets yelled at by his girl for fucking partaking in the half-an orgy.
But
it's just half an orgy.
But it's one thing when you agree to have a three-way with a friend, and it's another thing when you just decide that you're just gonna go.
Well, no, but if the chick wasn't such a bitch, she could have just woke up and started getting involved. You know? I mean, just straddle the girl's face.
I'm pretty sure feelings were
face.
hurt. Like, well,
if your feelings are going to be that sensitive, you probably shouldn't be bringing people into the situation in the first place.
True.
So, if you're going to get involved in that, you better have some good open feelers or not get hurt.
Or have some rules laid down before.
Yeah, but if you have to have some strict rules, feelings are going to get hurt.
Right.
It's just that. You have to face the facts, otherwise you're going to fucking lose some shit.
Right.
But on the other hand, if you lose some shit over that, it wasn't necessarily that stable in the first
Right.
place. True love would see
Exactly.
past all that crap.
Do not bring a third person into a relationship that is already unstable,
Correct.
because that just makes things more unstable. Yeah,
Correct.
exactly. So yeah, anyway, dude got tased.
Nice. Way to go, dude. I know what it's like. You know, I had a taser held to my nutsack in Thornton last year at the end of the year because I was popping off. Wasn't even my situation.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was sort of, but not entirely. You know, I was getting very defensive because of some other issues. And the police, you know, naturally go after me, but I would too if I was cops, because I was bouncing around, yelling, screaming, hooting, hollering. Fuck the police. You know, this is my general opinion. It's not very often that I found them to be useful. You know, in my life, they're useless or harmful 95% of the time. On that note, I was thinking about something I wanted to share with people. At least in Denver, for those of you that think when you walk across the street, oh, I'm just going to walk across the street. If I get hit by a car, I'll just sue a motherfucker. Guess what? You're going to probably lose. You know why? Because jaywalking is illegal. Now, a cop's not going to stop you for jaywalking. You know, you're not going to get a ticket for it. That's just dumb. But what's going to happen if you get hit by a car and you try to sue is the fact that it's going to be brought up that you were jaywalking. You got hit by a car by doing something you shouldn't have been doing, and so you will probably not win a lawsuit. And you will be fucking hurt, and or dead, and or maimed, and maybe lose body parts. Moral of the story is, don't just walk out in front of the street being a cocky asshole. Or not in front of the street, in front of cars, in the middle of the street, being a cocky asshole, because that car that almost hit you will fuck you up, and you don't get no compensation
and
for it.
if you're walking across the street with a hooker and you get hit by a car, the hooker's gonna run away.
We have video proof. Dun dun dun.
That was intense. You know, I've never seen anything so crazy. Like, it just happened right outside our window at the shop.
Right, so
Don't run across Kovacs.
yeah, the hooker will run away. They're not getting paid enough to sit around and talk to the police.
You pay her to
dealing with-
leave. You don't pay her to stay.
That's right. If you didn't pay her, she's
Gonna leave.
She stays. You know, that's like usually your girlfriend. Like that's why you get a hooker. You're right. You pay her to leave. And so when you get run over by a car in the middle of the night because you're fucking jaywalking, the hooker going to leave your ass.
And it is illegal for you to jaywalk.
Right. So just think twice next time you walk across the street, thinking that
You're very powerful.
you're gonna be in the right when you
not.
get hit by a car. You're not.
You're in the wrong, and you're gonna be hurt. And that dude actually was on life support. I'm not sure if he ever came out of the hospital.
Right. So remember, cars 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pounds. You nowhere near. So be smart. Traffic safety is important. Also,
both ways.
Right, look both ways. Just basic common sense.
And stop teaching your kids to run across the street. Parents tell their kids over and over again to like walk to the crosswalk and look both ways, and then they grab them by the hand and run across the middle of the street, and the kids are like,
"Right, this isn't right. This isn't what you told me."
You lied.
Well, and that's why, right there.
Right.
So just don't. Certain laws are there for your fucking protection. A car will fuck you up. Don't be stupid.
Exactly.
And on that note, the left lane is the fast lane. There seems to be a rise of fucking people driving in the left lane super slow. You're the cause of road rage. Get the fuck over. If there's 4 lanes, 3 lanes, 2 lanes, whatever, the left lane is always the fast lane. No matter what state you're in, it's the fast lane. Get the
They're in
fuck
a state of bliss
out
and
of it.
enjoying themselves.
And that's great.
And they're enjoying pissing you off.
But your bliss is causing other road rage in other people. And that, you know.
Which is causing me tension and stress, okay? So,
Right.
knock
So
it off,
when I drive
people.
angry, but there's many other people and there's many other problems. And if you're causing problems, you're part of the problem. Dun,
Right.
dun, dun.
Whoa.
Come to our haunted house. We want to scare you even more, you fuckers.
So a German man who was in France
What the fuck? I don't know. I'm just kidding.
had
Man walked into a bar.
allegedly had to flee to police after a woman demanded too much sex from him.
Wow.
Too much sex.
When were you in France?
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
It's my twin.
Holy shit.
After several amicably agreed upon rolls in the hay, the man reportedly tried to leave the woman's apartment, but she wouldn't let him exit and instead allegedly insisted on more sex. That's when the man ran to the cops for help, according to authorities. Perhaps the woman in question was unaware of a study reported by Forbes that found that while women can, for the most part, never have too much sex, men can.
Well, yeah.
Apparently their penile tissue is sensitive.
Yeah, imagine that. Guys find that out from jerking off too much.
Right?
We usually find out in our teenage years because that's when we like to do it the most. And for no reason. Just because it's there and it's hard. Like, oh, I should finish this. Somebody else started it. Oh, it's the ghost ninjas in the middle of the night.
The ghost ninjas.
Oh, on that note, I just want to throw something else out there for everyone to think about because this is really fucked up. Okay? I'm going to change everyone's lives right now. Ready? What if every time you yawned, a ghost put their dick in your mouth?
That's why you're supposed to cover your mouth when you yawn.
Enjoy that thought, people. Anyways, carry on.
Okay, so anyway, Reuters reported on a study that found 12% of men aged 16 to 24 wanted sex less often. It's not a perfect comparison, though, since the German man was 43.
Huh.
I don't know.
So, wait, what did it say? That men 16 to 24 wanted it less?
Yeah.
That just doesn't make any sense because
Maybe less often than women.
Yeah, that's I don't know because male 16 to 24 is the sexual peak.
Right.
Women are like 32 to 41 or some bullshit. You know, and it's just
Dude, if I still haven't hit my peak, the whole world is fucked.
Oh no, you got to be on your way up.
Oh no, like
girls at the end of the 30s. That's why the cougar thing is huge. You know, you just walk around like that's what I'm thinking. Halloween, I'm just gonna walk around with my dick out for no reason and just see what happens. Why not?
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Dr. Feelgood.
It's cold. Like,
True.
It's cold, guys.
It's cold outside. That gig won't work.
It just won't. It'll be silly. I do have that gladiator. No, that Roman outfit. Though that's pretty much just a thin fucking veil of naked nothing.
It's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, that'll be appropriate for certain parties.
Are we gonna have time to go to parties?
I don't know. We got to figure something out because, goddamn it, Halloween is a sexy time of year. You know, it's time to be naughty and evil, and sinning is okay, and it's all good.
Dang.
You know, especially if you're Christian, because God's gonna forgive you. It's all good. Unless you're a hardcore Christian, then you're going to hell.
Repent.
with Timmy the T-Rex.
I think Germany is like full of like sex crazed people.
Germany?
Yeah, like most of the stories that I find when I'm doing research are people in Germany.
So if they're not cooking, they're fucking?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's not even cool. Not even cool.
That's fucked
not cool.
up.
Hey, not cool.
I'm like half German, so like, yeah.
Right on. I wonder why Jews don't like you. I'm just kidding.
I got your dick.
I'm just kidding.
What an asshole.
It is what it is.
Fuck, dude.
So, yeah.
Titties and beer.
Hi, Angel. Just wanted to say hi.
Awesome.
I see you out there.
So anyway, a 14-year-old teenager in Germany took his mother's jewels worth between 2,000 and 3,000 euros, which is $2,500 to $3,800, and pawned them for a grand total of 300 euros, $380.
It's nice to see that the euro is falling.
Right?
It used to be almost double what the fuck.
I was like, wow, euros are only worth that much. But he used that money to finance 2 trips to a brothel for himself and a friend. So apparently you can make 2 trips for 2 people to a brothel for under $400.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
$100 a shot?
Yeah, $100 a shot.
Right? Dude only needs one shot, you know? Just go in there, here's my $100. Who do I get to fucking... Who's target practice? Come here.
Right?
Like you, right there. It's going to be on your earlobe.
The police spokesman said that the teenager's mother is pressing charges for theft against her son, who admitted that he pawned the jewelry to pay for the prostitutes. We don't know what the mother's motives are for pressing charges, they said. It's possible that she wants to teach him a lesson, or it's possible that she felt that she had lost control. Police are also investigating the brothel that the boys said that they visited. Prostitution in Germany is legal, but the clients must be aged 18 or over. The operator of the brothel told police that they had sent the boys away because they were underage.
Well, that's just stupid.
After they were done, probably.
So who sat around and said, 17? No. 16? No, that's way too. No. 14, 13, 12? No. 18. 19? No, 19's kind of too much. 18 sounds pretty good. Okay, so what can they do at 18? Well, at 18, we can let them buy lottery tickets. All right,
smoke
that's not
cigarettes
bad.
and hire prostitutes.
Cigarettes, yeah, they can smoke cigarettes. What about strip clubs? No, they can't go to the ones with alcohol. But if you're totally naked, you can't serve alcohol. Well, let's let them go to those. Well, all right then. But we need something else. Something that's all kind of nice. We need something really fucked up. I got an idea. Let's let them go to war. But what about letting them drink? No. We already let them. We gave them the cigarettes. Fuck off. Let's let them go to war. Well, all right. So let's cover this now. When you're 18, you can go to war and kill a motherfucker.
But you can't get drunk.
You can go to a strip club and you can see vagina, which, really isn't much to look at. It's all on the inside. And
not that things that are just all dangling on the outside are all that great.
Well, no.
Like,
that's true.
Just to clarify here.
Right, but it's like the human body is sweet, but if you go to the Body Works exhibit at the museum, the human body is fucking sensational. Because then you get to see all kinds of layers of stuff on the inside. Pretty nifty. Or creepy, depends on how you want to look at it.
Right.
So, yeah, when you get to be 18, you get to do all kinds of fucked up things. So,
True.
like, what's the harm in letting them go to a brothel at 14? They're trying to fuck anyway. So like, oh, your penis is no good at 14, but at 18 you can just go ahead and ruin it, whatever. Do whatever you want.
Right.
Use it, lose it, chop it off, become a woman. Do whatever you want.
Speaking of chopping it off,
Uh-oh.
I'm moving on to the next story. Look at how that just led right into that.
That was weird.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I like where this is going.
Finland's penis was stolen by thieves. Chinese man.
Who?
Finland.
Not to make
Finland.
Thin mints, is it?
Finland. Asian man. Penis was stolen.
Stolen.
Apparently people were jealous. It says that thieves stole a man's penis while he slept, according to police.
Wait. I'm sorry. Just for shits and grins.
Yes.
Read that sentence one more time.
Thieves stole a man's penis while he slept, according to the police.
Wow.
Crazy.
Now, when the name is introduced next, that's how you're going to be remembered for the rest of your life.
It's Feilin. So Feilin.
Fuck.
That's fucked up.
English never ends.
English.
Anyways.
So anyway, 41-year-old gentleman from China told the police that while he was sleeping, when the thieves burst into his room and put a bag over his head. This was reported by the Daily Star in China. They put something over my head and pulled down my trousers, and then they ran off, Lynn said. I was so shocked that I didn't feel anything.
They put a bag over his head. They
Pulled his
pulled down
pants
his
down.
trousers, and then they ran off.
Right.
It seems like there's a whole huge story that happened in between the trousers and the running off. Like, something important happened.
There's a gap, and the story got cut short.
Right, when he got the bag put on his head, when his trousers were taken down, something was still there.
Right.
When the thieves ran off, something was missing.
The fact that he says, I was so shocked, I didn't feel a thing.
Like, that's a blessing right there.
Then I saw that I was bleeding, and my penis was gone. It was all gone.
Damn.
Tim, you just have a bag thrown over your head, and your penis just disappears.
That makes sleeping scary. I think it's time to get that bedside holster,
Right.
Not that matters. You have a bag thrown over your
He had
head.
a bag over his head and his pants came down. Like,
Right. And your penis was gone. You were so shocked you didn't even feel it. There's no way you can get to your gun.
Right. I was in
So-
shock. I couldn't even grab my gun. Like, I may have shot it off myself. Like, you know.
That just sounds scary.
Weird. Something. I have no power.
Now sometimes
Anyway.
you just gotta wiggle it, jiggle it.
I wiggled it. Oh, look, it's calculated.
See, just a little bit.
So police believe that the attackers just wiggle it a little. It's gone. He can't. Police believe that the attackers were jealous lovers of several local women whom Lynn was having affairs with. Lynn denied taking part in any infidelity. Emergency workers and police searched for Lynn's anatomy, but turned up with nothing. According to TNT magazine, the penis thieves are nowhere to be found, but police said that they are looking for the jealous lovers. They should be looking for the dude's jewels, okay? Like, he just lost his dick. Go find it. I wonder if he got his prosthetic or if he just decided to
Just wear a strap
go
on.
with an innie. I don't know.
Fuck. What do you even say to something like that? That's just one of those, all right,
Right?
fucked up story, let's move on.
My wiener's gone.
All right. Well, your wiener is gone.
My wiener's gone. I never got one.
No.
I was gone that day when they were handing him out.
That's probably for the best.
Right?
You still got kind of a dude-like mentality, so that makes you cool
Dude,
to hang out with.
I am not a lady.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Not often.
Not often. You're a lady with... No, let me see. You're a dude with a vagina. But not like some dudes we know that have vaginas.
I'm a chick with the mentality of a 12-year-old boy. Like,
That just makes you sound retarded.
well, no, like, you know, whatever.
Like a
I like-
16-year-old boy.
Yeah,
There you
yeah, there you go. I like
enough.
fart jokes and sex, okay?
Sex and fart jokes.
Just in case you're wondering, the world's largest penis on a male is 9 inches flaccid and 13.5 inches erect.
I don't
thought
think
I'd throw
they've
that out
seen
there.
some of the porn sites that I've seen.
Probably not.
I could show you some things that I
This
don't know
is
if
probably
it's
the
legit.
only guy that like legitimately like went in and had his penis measured. By,
I don't know,
like,
dude. You should see some of these weird
Oh, I'm
things,
sure.
some of
Like,
these porn
but
sites.
these people those people probably haven't gone, you know, to Guinness and said, "Hey, measure my dick."
Like, a few people want to check it out. Like, I can't stress that one. Lobstertube.com.
Lobstertube.
It's a strange name, but whatever.
But it's
There's-
not.
it's-
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, there's
But-
other ones out there too.
But yeah, there's a
Lobstertube.com, people.
yeah. Get your wank on.
Get your wank on. Yeah, wanker.
Ya wanker, you fucking wanker. You walking off, you fucking wanker. All right. Any more stories for the night?
I don't have any more stories. I got some sexual myths.
Like the female orgasm? Perfect timing. Somewhere in that sound is the female orgasm.
That is the sound of a female orgasm.
Brought to
Not
you by
really.
vaginas.
Brought to you by vaginas everywhere.
That's the sound a vagina can make when it does reach an orgasm. Organs blare, sounds come out, and light beams just hallelujah. Anyways, go on.
The female orgasm is not that beautiful.
Messy and smelly and messy and you know, if it's in the middle of the night, you have to you ruin your bed, dude. All
Blow
kinds of
dry the
fucking
bed,
shit
like.
happens. Bullshit.
But if you're like most dudes out there, you'll just shuffle to her side of the bed before it happens.
Right? Be smart, fellas. Be smart. You got to sleep on
Ladies,
the dry
pay
side.
attention to what they're doing. They're not trying to pleasure you at that moment. They're just trying to keep the wet spot on your side.
No reason why I should have to sleep in it just because I helped you get there.
You
like,
made it. You made them make
I'd rather jerk off. I can blow a small load on my chest, wipe it up. I'm done. Going to bed. Dry spot. Everything's fine. You know, when it felt like... Dude, even wet towels don't do that much damage. You know? That's all I got to say. Anyways, let's get to some myths.
Okay, some myths. Myth number 1. Women don't want sex.
I don't even think that's a myth anymore. That's just what teenagers say
Women
because
don't
women
enjoy
don't put
sex.
out.
Women have no sex drive. Women only trade sex to get a guy.
That's only a myth because dumbass dudes can't get laid by the chicks they want, so they say, "Oh, chicks don't like to have sex." Well, that's just not true. Like,
exactly.
Only
We
dumb,
all know
ignorant
that's
people
not
think
true.
that that's not true. So, anyways, let's move on to the next one.
All right. Pushing us along here. Some women just can't have an orgasm.
Now, that one I would be interested in hearing more about.
You're so funny.
Because I've heard chicks say that, and it's like, well, then you haven't just been with the right guy. And that may be true, but maybe it's they haven't been with the right person. And maybe they just need another woman. Who knows?
According to statistics, only 30% of women have vaginal orgasms during intercourse. So if you don't know this, like, women have two different kinds of orgasms.
Go on.
They have vaginal orgasms, which happens in the muscle tissue surrounding the inner vagina. And they have clitoral orgasms, which happens from the outside, from stimulating the clitoris with your finger. Or this. The suppository.
I was trying to think, I'm like, what is it? Not the ventriception. Oh, it's a suppository.
You may have used as an excuse when you weren't able to give your last girlfriend an orgasm during intercourse, but all women are capable of orgasm. It's there. The truth of the matter is that there is no such thing as some women being preordained to have vaginal orgasms and some not. All women are born with a vagina and a brain.
Amen.
We have both. Okay?
At this point, a woman.
Every woman is perfectly equipped to have vaginal orgasms, but the reason why some women are not having vaginal orgasms are not anatomical. They are invented reasons, such as chemical, emotional, or self-consciousness. So sometimes it's a chemical imbalance, often caused by drugs like Prozac and different things like that. Some birth control causes that to not be able to happen.
I know the IUDs and the depot shot definitely cause some fucked up imbalances.
IUDs suck. They've come out with a lot of new ones. I haven't done a lot of research on them, but I've heard that there's some better ones on the market now. But depot shots are like, they're great birth control. You gain fucking weight, you get moody, and orgasms really hard.
Because nobody wants to fuck you.
Because you're being a bitch.
Right.
I don't like drugs that make me be a bitch.
But is the depot... Wait, which one's... The IUD is the one that goes up into your cervix,
IUD,
right?
like,
Plugs
they
you
used to
up?
do copper IUDs that, like, went up into your cervix and, like, had, like, a string thing that came down and, like...
Nice, so it's like a
released hormones.
tampon plug.
Sorta, but it didn't, like, come out of you.
Right.
It's just super tiny metal device.
Yeah.
Metal device in your vagina just doesn't seem like a great idea.
Well, girls put all kinds of weird things in their vaginas.
I read a story earlier that was titled "The Strangest Thing That I Ever Did with a Cucumber After My Divorce." And I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be awesome. Like, this is going to be the best story ever. She put some lube on it.
Put it in her butt?
Used her mouth to put a condom on it. I was like, that's all you did? Like, what the fuck did you go through that process for? Like,
Well, you actually took time to type that shit out, lady?
I know, right? She went to a class to learn this. I don't know. She paid for it.
Like... I just went...
I guess it was a class of 12 people. Like, they just handed out condoms, lube, and cucumbers. And taught ladies how to put condoms on cucumbers with their mouth.
And then where did the lube come in? Did they put the lube on the condom
I don't
afterwards?
know,
Or did they,
like-
like, put the lube in their mouth, like, gargle
I don't
with it,
know
and
if they
then go,
put lube on it to get the condom on. Like, I don't know. Like, it never
That's
really
fucked up.
clarified. It was stupid.
That's fucked up.
I was severely disappointed. I was like, that's the strangest thing
punchline?
that you've done with a cucumber. Like, I've threatened to do things with cucumbers in the grocery store. Like,
I'm gonna steal this cucumber and it ain't going in my pocket.
like, I've held up a cucumber in the store and said, hey, you think this will fit in your ass? Like,
And the answer was clearly no.
okay,
we
we're
bought
getting
it.
this one.
We bought it. paid for it. It was legit.
It was totally legit. We went home. We ate it. It didn't go in anyone's ass.
It was in nobody's fanny.
Came out of an ass later, but
Nobody wants a fanny cumber.
A fanny cumber.
But just in case, for any of our listeners that weren't around earlier, may have missed what a
Suppository?
a vipository is.
Suppository, yes.
It's a vipository is a suppository for your vagina. Not that that was a tough one to figure out, but what is a vipository? It is a middle finger.
Yes. Yes.
Bam.
Boom.
Anyways,
Bada bang, bada bing, bada boom.
let's get to some more myths.
All right. Nice girls don't do that.
That's sometimes true. I know some nice girls that do some very naughty things.
Right.
And I know some not nice girls that don't do shit.
So I think the not nice girls are a little bit more uptight.
Right? And that's why they're not nice. They're like, fuck, I don't want to have to put out, so I'm just going to be a bitch.
Right.
You know, like I suck at sex, so I'm going to be a bitch. Well, sweet. You know, you're making it easy. It's like wearing a name tag. You act like a bitch, I don't want to fuck you. It's easy. It works out really well for all of us, except that you're still being a bitch and it brings negativity and that ruins
Basically, it's a myth that, you know, quiet, nice, sweet, innocent looking girls aren't kinky.
Right.
But you know what I have to say? Like, girls don't want to be called sluts, and they don't want to be like, you don't want to be like, hey, that girl's a slut. But
well,
they wanted to, but most girls want to be treated like a slut in the bedroom.
Well, you know, if you think about it, we only
For
live
real.
once.
Right.
Do you really want to get to the end of your life wrinkly, sad, droopy, and think,
And
damn,
totally
I was hot.
unsatisfied.
And I never fucking put out because I was too worried about what other people thought or of being called a slut. Well, you know what? Those dickheads that are calling you a slut are fucking prude, pansy, uptight dipshits that are going... I mean, that's a big judgment, but let's just say that it's less likely that those people are having the same quality of fun that you may be choosing to. So the point of that is if you feel like slutting out, it's your life. Live how you want. You only get to do this shot once. And maybe we've lived an infinite amount of lives, but how many of them right now do you remember? Exactly. Right. So if you want to get to fucking, because guess what? Time's going forwards, not backwards, and we are not getting any younger.
So, actually, girls from religious families are fucking freaks.
Because they're suppressed the most.
Right.
Told the most what not to do by an invisible fucking being or some jack-off standing up near an altar.
I actually have a quote here from Mark Cunningham when he was asked about religious women. When Mark Cunningham was asked about religious women, what he said was, preachers' daughters are the wildest, second only to the preacher's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naughty nuns. Oh, wait. It's a different story.
So you're going to take it in the ass or God's going to hate you.
That's just rude.
Hey.
All right. So anyway, I have two more for y'all, and then we're gonna call it a night because I want to go home.
So I just got to put something out there real quick, just because I keep thrashing out God stuff. If God exists, it only makes sense that He would love you unconditionally, no matter what. He created you perfect in His image or whatever, but you're created perfectly.
Right.
If you try to conform to something else, that's a greater disrespect. Following some man-made religion seems like a greater disrespect to an ultimate being. So show that ultimate being the ultimate respect by living the life that you were created for, whatever that may be. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, let's hear these other two myths.
All right. Myth number 4: women do not want to be dominated.
That's horseshit. Some women don't. See, now, all you have to do is add the word some, and that would make that statement actually true.
True. Just says that men are such nice guys, they think that women just want to make tender love. No.
When a girl starts out crying, she probably wants to make tender love for a few minutes.
Right.
Or if, she needs to feel loved. Sometimes that's what they think that they need.
Right.
But, tell us the truth, Miss Kush.
The truth is that most women actually want to be dominated in the bedroom, just not in the kitchen. Well,
Actually,
maybe in the kitchen too.
No, we are totally okay with women dominating the kitchen. Please continue to dominate that area.
Women do not want to be told what to do. Like, you know.
Nobody does.
Exactly.
Fuck authority.
But when you get in the bedroom, it's kind of nice to be told what to do. Because then we know that we're making you happy. Yep.
But sometimes we tell you the same things over and over, so you should just do them automatically. But on the other hand, we don't always want that shit done automatically because that takes some of the fun out of it.
Sometimes it's the way that you say it when you tell her to do it.
How should men say it?
Well, if you act assertive, you know, don't be.
Yo, bitch, suck some dick.
No, but
not
actually, kind of.
Right. Well, is that when you just grab the head and you push it down and you say, "Look, I'm trying not to hurt you, but kiss him."
Right.
For the next half an hour, the show's coming on.
That's fucked up. See, there's been times though, like I have to admit, like sometimes if there's something on the TV and it seems entertaining, I sneak a peek. You know. That's when you start laughing and choking at the same time.
Right. Well, I suppose if you're giving a guy head, you know, I would like you to be entertained while you're doing it. Maybe doing the act you're comfortable with, but it gets boring, but you're fine doing it. It's like, fuck, dude, I just wish somebody would reach me.
It's like, what does Stewie just say? Like,
right.
You know.
So be considerate of your partner, people. If you know, if you've been together a few years, maybe you need to add things to help prolong things. Now, women, you know, maybe you need to be watching porn sometimes so you can get to where you need to be faster.
You know, we had a discussion like a couple of weeks ago, and I've been doing a little bit of thinking about it. I believe, I don't remember how the comment was. It was something about you should like make sure that you're getting yourself there when you're with your partner.
Yeah, I concur with that statement.
And you concur with that statement?
Well, as far as women go, because guys, it's not a hard thing usually. You know, for dudes, it's like we have to think about shit that we don't want to think about to help you get there. Not all the time.
But the whole thing is like, what's the point of like having sex with somebody if they're not there to help you get there? You could just fucking take matters in your own hands, for lack of better words.
No, that's pretty good.
You know, like, and so recently I've just taken matters into my own hands. I don't know.
Good. I like to see some
self-pleasuring.
Well, yeah, some self-reliance when it comes to.
But that's not the point of like making love to somebody. That the point is to be there for each other.
Making love. I thought we just covered that women don't like to make love.
Yes, we do.
Aha!
In the form of getting pounded hard as fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Remember that, dudes. Next time you're pounding your girl. When her head's bouncing off the wall, just keep telling her, "I love you, baby." Them black eyes and bruises will go away soon enough. It's all love.
If you hit her head off the wall one time, at least fucking grab the pillow and put it up there.
I mean, be considerate while you're punching her in the back of the head. You know, put a pillow in front of her face, or fucking she don't get black eyes and shit.
I'm just saying, you know, whatever. I don't know. That's my thoughts on that.
Excuse me.
Why be doing it with somebody if you're in charge of getting yourself there? You just do it yourself. It's a lot less work.
Well, yeah, but now you're saying that, like, if you're going to have sex, it's the other person's responsibility to get you off, and it's really not.
No, but it should be a team thing.
Well, absolutely. That's the whole point of coming
together. You both should have this goal, like, so...
Right, but sometimes the dude can get there a whole lot quicker than the female, and the female needs to get her shit
together. But when you say shit like that, sometimes the only thing going through her head is, oh, I'm supposed to get myself off.
Well, no, but it's...
All right, finish and I'll do it.
Don't be thinking about the bills and shit you got to do and getting your hair done the next day.
We're not
stay focused.
thinking about that. We're focused.
Women need to stay focused. This is a funny conversation.
Even if we're focused, it's still hard to get there. Like, you know?
Maybe women that have that problem should learn to take it in the butt.
No! Maybe men that want to put it in the butt should go find somebody that wants it in the butt.
Well, duh.
Exactly. Or another dude. I don't know. Just, yeah.
Now that's just something else to talk about, like, as a dude, I want to fuck, it's like every great now and then it's fun to put it in a girl's fanny. But it wouldn't be the same thing put it in a dude's fanny because there's a wiener bouncing around the other side.
Just don't let your balls touch, and it's completely the same. It's still an asshole.
Yeah, and that's just some fucking weird shit.
Right.
I don't understand it.
Just,
or I guess that would qualify as gay shit.
Right.
So, on that note, is there such thing as gay shit? Like, do gay people have gay turds? Like, does their poop come out gay? That's fucked up, and that's for another show. Who knows? Anyways, what are the other myths?
Okay, one more myth. Experience means that you're good in bed. No. No.
It means that you...
Just because you put out a lot doesn't mean you're good at it.
Right, you could just be a cum dumpster.
Right.
Right.
True.
So, like, cum dumpsters are awesome because they're cum dumpsters.
Yeah.
See, nothing else to say on that one. That one must be
right.
true. Dun, da, da, da.
Da, 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 da. I forgot there's two more.
Well, let's get to them.
Size matters.
What?
Does size matter? Do you think size matters?
I tell you what, dude, if I went to jail, I would really be happy to be raped by a dude with a small dick if that's got to happen.
Right.
Like sometimes, as Paul would say, more is better. Not true. Sometimes it's like, oh, I want Chinese men to rape me in jail. If it has to happen, man, that's it. Be a Chinese man. But nobody wants to get raped in jail. Well, I don't know. Actually, I do know some people that would love to go to jail. Like, I'm here. Who needs a girlfriend? And they would have a great time in jail.
Right. But
But nothing about that seems like fun.
Well, anyway, it says that if you think size matters or you think that size doesn't matter, either way, you're right.
Yeah.
So it matters, but it doesn't matter.
What matters to somebody is what matters to somebody. If it matters to you, it's going to matter to you. If it doesn't matter to you, guess what?
Right.
It's not going to matter to you.
It says if you think size matters, then your sexual power is defined by your size.
Right. And if you think size doesn't matter, then what does it say?
It says that female vaginal orgasms are not determined by size of the penis.
So, but that doesn't change the fact that a woman prefers 8 inches to 3 inches.
Not always. Sometimes 8 inches hurts.
I could imagine so. And it hurts for dudes too. Like when your dick is constantly pounding a cervix, it's pretty retarded.
Retarded. Okay.
No offense to retarded people.
Right. So it says that if a woman is vaginally orgasmic, a finger will do the job. A vagis. I can't even say it again. A vagitory.
Vipository.
Vipository. See,
I know, we got to write this shit down because it's a tough word to remember.
If a woman is not vaginally orgasmic, nothing would do it, no matter how big.
Right. Well, but that's when you just pull it out and you whip her across the face a few times with it. I don't know.
Right?
Cum dumpster. Yeah.
Anyway, size does not matter. Size does not determine if a woman will or will not have a vaginal orgasm during intercourse. And vaginal orgasms in intercourse is what matters. It's the motion of the ocean.
Yeah. And the last
Unless
myth?
you're seasick.
Don't get seasick.
Women have all the power. Men complain that a woman can walk into any bar and take a man home in 5 minutes. From that, men conclude that women have all the power. If you are a man playing the game of who can get sex in 5 minutes, you lose. Women have you beat at that game easily. Does that make you feel powerless? If you have if you have that defeatist attitude, you are not empowered. But women don't really play that game. Men look at the question who can get sex, but women often look at the question who can get fulfillment.
Right on.
So, this does not mean that women don't care about sex. They care about sex very much. In fact, they care about really good sex. But for women, really good sex seems so elusive. Women are frustrated that they do not have orgasms in sex. How many men are frustrated that they do not have orgasms during sex? Not many. Reality points to the fact that women have all the frustration, not the power.
I was pretty frustrated the other day when I took my blue balls with me to the haunt. Saturday? Was that Saturday?
That was Saturday.
But it was nice to know
that may have explained his shitty attitude.
Was that a bad mood that time?
That was the day we were running late.
So, Jennifer, Coda, that's why. I did not hug you right away. I was still dealing with some angry balls. I'm really sorry. Yeah. But, gentlemen,
I recall
cardiovascular.
screaming at some point on the way out the door. Maybe we just shouldn't have had sex then.
That was
something
the shower.
That was
the double shower.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes. Anyway, was that the last myth?
This is the last myth, yes. I don't remember where I was. I don't know. But anyway, women don't have all the power. We don't. So, whatever.
Can I use your charger?
My computer charger?
Yeah.
Bam.
Look at all these.
Oh, look at all these
Mac chargers
popping up all over. Yeah, so anyway, us women don't have all the power. You have the power to make us come.
I have the power.
You have the power.
He-Man.
I just can't do it, Captain. I haven't the power.
Just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
So on that note, that is the last myth. Next week, I am taking some ladies costume shopping with me during the day.
Nice.
And then we're going to do a show.
Good.
Yay. I'm going to go pick some of them up and drag them with me. So we can do a show. But anyway, tomorrow night, no iDab radio, correct?
I don't think so. We're switching the format to once a month because we
Every
are just
Monday.
fucking busy. But
Making meds for all you Fond Colorado patients.
I believe that next week we will be doing our October show, and it will be a costume party / dabathon. Dab off, dab your fucking brains out, dab something. It's just gonna be dabs and costumes. So bring your titties and your costumes down, and
your wieners if you don't have titties, but
yeah, if you don't have titties,
Just
don't bring some titties with you, but bring your titties, your vaginas, your wieners, your rigs,
all that stuff.
your hash, your costumes, and it'll be a good time. So next Wednesday, that is October 24th, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly 1 week before Halloween. Come on down to the iCannabis Radio Studios and dab with us.
Yes.
And the sexiest costume may go home with some kind of super sexy prize.
What kind of sexy prize?
Who knows? If you're a legal patient, I'm pretty sure that we can arrange some super sexy Earls for you.
I want a super sexy prize.
If you're not a legal patient, then who knows? Maybe we can arrange some kind of super sexy rig.
Right?
It's not our responsibility what you do with cool glass art.
Right? True.
Sometimes that shit's functional.
True. I have to throw a shout out to my awesome friend Matthew Graham.
Well, hello, Matthew Graham.
He is amazing. He came to our house today and did my hair for me.
Very nice.
So if any of you ladies out there need to get your hair done, you can contact Matthew. I will post a link to him tonight on my Facebook.
Sweet.
So that ladies can go get their hair done. And if you're a gentleman, Matthew actually quit being a hairstylist and is now working at a barbershop on Colfax, Floyd's Barbershop. So you can go down and get your hair cut.
Man style.
I believe it's Colfax and Josephine.
All right.
Does Josephine intersect Colfax?
I believe it does. Yeah.
So yes, Floyd's Barbershop down at Colfax and Josephine. You can go have Matthew cut your hair. Tip him well, because he's awesome.
Well, he's a swell fella.
He is. I like him. He came to my house and did my hair for me.
And then if we're throwing out things, I'd like to still drop it out one more time, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 weekends left of the Circus of Fear.
Yes.
And you haven't shit your pants in a long time.
So come do it. In
And
our haunted house.
You,
Make it
you
smell
won't
more
get
like
made fun
a
of.
circus.
It'll all be good. So come on down. Circus of Fear, 1 block north of Evans on Santa Fe. 2 more weekends, and then October 30th and 31st.
Absolutely. So anyway, we're going to wrap this up. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here on Sex Pot Radio. Join us again next Tuesday for our costume party right here on iCannabisRadio.com. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.